Hello, hello.
Hello.
Okay, so this is the first time we've done this. We've got Facebook and Instagram at the same time, so sorry if our eyes are flitting all over the place. We'll have to take a picture of the contraption that Joe set up to do this. It's pretty awesome. So, I'm Laura Fox.
And I'm Joe Gallagher. And welcome to EcoPods,
Yes.
our live series on where it all began.
We tried to do some polished filming, and we did about 5 takes, and
So, take 6.
yeah, take 6, we thought we'd just go live. It's easier.
Yeah, we don't have the possibility of editing now, so
Yeah, whatever
sweet.
comes out.
Easy.
So as you jump on, say hi, let us know that
Hey,
you're
Greg.
here and where you're from. And if you have any questions as we're going through, don't hold back. We're here to share. So on that, why are we sharing? And what are we sharing?
Well, I guess over the last, for me, over the last at least year, I've felt a lot of shame around not telling the story because of all the hurdles and all the challenges we've been facing. And yeah, it's been hard. It's been very, very difficult.
A challenge.
Yeah, challenge. With all the ups and downs that we've been going through. And we have only just kind of realised that if we share all these challenges that we've been facing, it might give a bit of hope to other people who are chasing their dreams.
Yeah, we said at the beginning that this was a journey and that it was about the journey, and then as that journey got a little bit more difficult, that part of us kind of shut down because we were like, oh, it's not going as we'd said it would or as we'd expected, or like it was the expectations really, and the time pressure that we'd put on ourselves. And so we've really realised that it was only a couple of weeks ago that we were sort of talking through all the things that we'd actually learned about ourselves, about each other, and about the process.
So much.
Yeah. And the journey is actually, everybody says it, but it's only just actually landed for us, is that it's all about the journey and not the destination. And so we just want to recap the last 18 months basically, and what's been coming up for us and what's been going on with this project that so many of you got so excited about with us, and then we just freaked out and hid. So we just wanted to acknowledge you guys for staying with us and supporting us even when we weren't supporting ourselves.
And push through a barrier for ourselves as well, because it hasn't been easy. And although we've got a lot of support in our property community and our close friends, we still family, we've still struggled sharing it with them because it's too hard to go into detail. Well, it has been until now. So we're just going to come out with warts and all of everything that we've been going through, and hopefully inspire other people to do the same with what they've been going through with life or goals or dreams, whatever it is that they're chasing. And yeah, hopefully if more and more people share this stuff, it gets easier for everyone, isn't it? Hopefully.
Yeah. And just that if one person watches this and takes away from that to start something that they've been dreaming of, or to continue with something, and they can pick their lessons out of that, and that becomes a win rather than a negative, then it's worth it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure for us in sharing as well, there's going to be so much more that's going to come out and so much more growth for us. So yeah, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, to be honest, but it feels like the right time.
Yeah, it does. So, yeah, with the time pressure, this is something that I'm sure a lot of people have put themselves under. And recently we have learnt that time is, it's another dimension that only, am I going down a rabbit hole?
Go for it.
It's a dimension that only exists in our reality, and we've put that on ourselves. So
Like humans literally created time. Like we defined what seconds, minutes, hours, months were so that we had another way of communicating. Like we literally invented it and then bound ourselves by it. That might be a bit crazy for some people, but it's for us that's actually been really freeing to realize that like it's not even a real thing. It's just
yeah.
like
So if you've got dreams and aspirations and you put a time pressure around it,
or
then
you've been working on it for several years and it's still not happened, then
yeah, that's the bit that's the main thing that we've noticed that has freaked us out, because you can't control time. A lot of these things that you're working towards, you can't control the other people that are in play, and you just need to trust that it's going to happen. So
just keep taking steps, like, and you know what steps you need to take. And that's what we've been coming back to is, okay, like literally what is our next step, and really broken it down into bite-sized pieces of what's the next move, and keeping an overall understanding of the big picture and what's needed, but really just focusing on that tiny little next bit so that we keep moving forward, but without getting overwhelmed.
yeah.
So
So
we want to keep these bite size for the replay and stuff, and because you've not got you all day to sit and listen to us rabbit on, because we can. So
you can.
I can. So where did it start? Why did we even want to start EcoPods? Where did it all begin?
Well, so I guess for me, coming from New Zealand, the idea of shipping container homes started after the Christchurch earthquakes, I think. That's where I can trace it back to. And the cool, everything that they've done in Christchurch after those earthquakes with containers really inspired me. And being from a trade background, it's relatively easy to do for me. So that's kind of a bit of a dream that I've held on to for many years. And when we've been holidaying in Margaret River, we just feel so regenerated. Is that a word?
Yeah, there's something about this area. For any of you that have been down here or from down here, we live in Margaret River now. You know what we mean. There's just something magical. I don't know if it's the trees, the sea air, just the air in general. There's something that you just can't help but be here and just be like, and not want to leave.
Getting back in touch with nature is just, it makes your heart sing. So for us, this was a perfect location, and it cemented it when your parents came over, what, 2016?
Yeah, we came down here for Christmas and we had just over a week here. And that was the longest stint we'd had. And then we were like, yeah, we need to move here and we need to make something happen. And we'll go into a bit more in a later episode, but we've got quite a property background, and so we're quite comfortable with sort of the transactions of property, renovating, that kind of thing. And so we were like, okay, well, what's something more that we can, how can we use those skills to do something here? And we wanted to move and be in nature, and I've had dreams of creating a space where people could come to rejuvenate and to just relax and to be, and to create a safe container for workshops and retreats and just creating a sacred space, really. And so, hey, Rebecca. That was another driver for why we wanted to be down here and the land that we ultimately started working towards. So it was bringing that emotional dream and the
connection with nature
and the containers, and
there's just nothing really like that down here, anywhere really. Might be in Byron Bay now, but over here.
And we've both got a big love for sustainability and like thinking outside the box and coming up with alternative solutions. And we just wanted to create something that was different and was going to be a bit forward. Is that the right word? Like
future thinking.
Yeah, so that it could have like a minimal impact on the environment and like on future generations, and something that's actually going to be good for the surrounding area.
Yeah, and inspire other people to do the same as well. Like nowadays we're living in massive houses, like 2 people in a huge 4x2, and you don't need it. All you tend to do is fill it full of stuff, and the stuff isn't environmentally friendly. We're in a society that's materialistic at the moment, and we're trying to get away from that. And I think by providing this type of accommodation, it shows people that it's possible and it's actually not that difficult.
Yeah. And there's a place for, it serves its purpose. But yeah, my mind's just suddenly gone blank. Sorry, I don't know where I was going with that. So, yes, we just wanted to create something different, something that combined our passions and would give us an opportunity to live in nature and to live down here. And so we're renting here at the moment, which is awesome. We've come into it's the most amazing community, so supportive. And that's the first step for us in our transition.
Yeah.
So I think it's been 15 minutes looking at the clock. Is there anything else you want to add in terms of why did we start here?
No, I'm just getting a bit too scared about all the ups and downs that we're going to have to share.
So on Wednesday, we're going to jump on and share how we actually went about looking for this kind of a block, because there were all sorts of regulations from planning, fire, even just sort of a design of what we actually wanted to create and to find. So we'll go into that in a bit more detail on Wednesday. And so if you've got any questions around that, then shoot them through to us and we can answer them on the live. For those of you that are on the replay, #replay, and put any questions on here and we'll jump back in and answer them. Thank you so much to those of you that have joined us here today, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
Yeah, and if everybody is enjoying this journey, please feel free to share it, invite other people. I know we've been inspired by a number of people to share this ourselves, so the more people we inspire and other people inspire, then it's good for everyone.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, thank you, and we'll see you Wednesday.
Bye-bye.
How do I stop this now? There we go.